This reformatory isn't some basic slap-on-the-wrist center. It's a living nightmare known as hell. It doesn't matter if you were a local gang warlord or a silver spoon brat with elite connections. The second you step inside, your humanity is deleted. You're treated like livestock, forced to squeal and eat like a pig, while enduring non-stop high-intensity corporal punishment from dawn till dusk. They literally brand letters on your chest to rank your crimes, and you don't leave until your soul is completely hollowed out. Take Joe Chong-soo, the legendary syndicate leader who once terrified the police. He returned from this place as a hollowed-out shell in a wheelchair, mentally disabled and unable to even control his own bladder. This brutal new reality exists because South Korea's juvenile crime rate spiraled out of control under the old soft laws. Kids were beating teachers and committing horrific crimes without an ounce of guilt, knowing they were basically untouchable. That changed when President Han Man-soo abolished the Juvenile Protection Act and replaced it with Reformation, a decree where the only answer to delinquency is centralized, brutal discipline. Back at Senra High, the atmosphere is tense. Arrogant bullies are suddenly lining up to donate blood, but they haven't found Jesus. They're looking for a payout. Our protagonist, Lee Min-soo, is the middleman running a gray market hustle. He buys blood donation certificates from students for 5,000 won, plus a gift card, and flips them for a profit, banking on the fact that as a minor, his only legal risk is a slap-on-the-wrist warning. But the real threat isn't the law, it's the other sharks. A blonde bully and his crew ambush Min-soo, mocking him and demanding a cut of his cash. Just when things are about to get bloody with a shovel-wielding blonde, Min-soo's estranged older brother, Kong Jwong, steps in. Jwong is the perfect contrast, a straight-A student council president headed for medical school who was adopted into a wealthy family years ago, while Min-soo was left to rot in an orphanage. Despite Min-soo's resentment and his desperate drive to save 10 million won to survive on his own, Jwong still protects him, dismantling the bullies with effortless martial arts. But the shadows are closing in. The blonde bully discovers Min-soo's secret cash stash and threatens to make his life a living hell. Meanwhile, the school is rocked by the return of the reformed Joe Chong-soo. Seeing the once terrifying monster reduced to a drooling, incontinent mess in a wheelchair sends a chilling message to every student. The era of kids being kids is dead, and the new reformatory is a one-way ticket to total annihilation. The illusion of re-education shattered the moment the first drop of blood hit the pavement. Near a local orphanage, the air was thick with the wailing of sirens and the metallic scent of death. A murder had occurred, and for Kong Jwong, the world stopped spinning when he spotted a familiar watch lying in the dirt. It belonged to his younger brother, Lee Min-soo. Before he could process the horror, he saw Min-soo pinned to the earth by officers, handcuffed under the brutal special law on reformation. In a summary court that felt more like a slaughterhouse than a hall of justice, Min-soo's pleas of innocence were drowned out by a judge's mockery. Despite Min-soo claiming he never touched the victim, a brick stained with his fingerprints and a long list of past delinquencies sealed his fate. The verdict was absolute. Labor reform detention. Min-soo was cast off as a lost cause and loaded onto a bus bound for the mountains, where the special law turned human beings into property. The arrival at the Boys Reform Center was a psychological car crash. The new recruits, initially cocky and distracted by the sight of female offenders training nearby, were silenced by a scene of pure madness. On the main field, muscular seniors were running in circles, weeping and emitting guttural animal cries, pigs squealing, dogs barking, birds shrieking. The director, a man who viewed discipline as an art of dehumanization, stood over them like a dark god. With a single command, he proved his terrifying efficiency. Piglets! On cue, the seniors, broken shells of their former selves, collapsed into the mud, prostrating like livestock and then launching into a feral, orchestrated assault on the newcomers. As the instructor's smiling sadists, who utilized precise, non-lethal violence, watched the chaos, Min-soo realized that the only way to survive was to adapt to the insanity. He dropped to the ground, playing dead to avoid the initial wave of fists, but his intellect didn't escape the director's predatory gaze. Recognizing Min-soo's calculated move, the director didn't punish the deception, he embraced it. He stripped Minsu of his humanity on the spot, branding him a rat and forbidding him from using human speech. The final evaluation was the killing blow to any hope of a quick exit. While the other boys were dismissed as small fry with low-tier rankings, the director's eyes lit up with sadistic glee when he reached Minsu. Branded with an A grade for the sheer perceived violence of his murder charge, Minsu was singled out for the most intense correction the facility had to offer. As the gates of hell locked behind him, a bone-deep chill surged through Minsu's spine. He wasn't just a prisoner anymore. He was the director's new favorite toy in a game where the only prize was a hollowed-out soul. Can Minsu survive the brutality of the special law, or is he already dead? We'll find out as the nightmare truly begins in Part 2. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter of Minsu's descent. Do you think Minsu's brother, Zhuang, can save him from the outside, or is Minsu truly on his own?